So guys, finally we have finished all the cooking and ready to have food tasting and tuck-in. I can't wait to try the brownie. It looks so pretty.
I can't wait to drink the soup. Oh my, this is very refreshing, and it's not like strong.
How's the cashew?
It's very good.
Creamy,
it's
right?
very good. Yeah, surprising. I thought it didn't sound nice, like creamy cashew nuts, but it's very nice. It's worth a try, and I think people will like it as well. Especially when you say this is like the meat replacement, right? You know, with meat, I usually hardly eat the meat because I think I prefer something softer. So I think this would be one of my favorites.
The mock mutton is perfect with the brownie.
Oh yeah, this is the favorite among all our guests. They love it. The soup is very good.
The pressure cooker actually has a similar effect to double boiling, and you can see that the thickness of the soup is similar to direct fire for about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time.
So today we are here at Jen's new place. It's very nice and cozy.
Thank you.
Have you just recently moved in here?
We moved in June.
Oh,
But the unpacking really takes a lot of time. So right now the house is still not the ideal as to what we vision.
so there's always a myth saying when you're pregnant, can you actually be involved in the house moving? Were you actually involved on the actual day of moving your stuff?
Yeah, okay. I am not really very hard up about all these pantangs. Because I feel like, okay, there's a logical reason behind it, because perhaps they don't want pregnant women to be heavily involved in moving things, and also because of the dust.
Exactly.
Yeah, or like walking around as much as possible. We are supposed to rest. So when things like that are happening, they would prefer, I think in the past people would prefer pregnant women not get involved. Yeah.
You want to overstrain your muscles and get too involved with carrying around.
I think it's just a lot of things are just common sense, and you put your well-being as priority, then you will see like, hey, everything I do is according to the pantang. But it's just the well-being of the mother.
Yes. So I also had a house moving when I was pregnant with Ethan, my first pregnancy. It was quite a breeze for me. I actually was only there to like instruct where are the buttons to arrange.
I think it's the best time to move when you're pregnant, because you just sit down and give the eye power. This goes there, and
Besides having her cat Layla, she has a beautiful Great Dane, Midnight. How old is Midnight now?
He's 6.
6.
Yeah.
Which means that Midnight is the big brother here. You had Midnight before you were.
Correct. And I think a lot of our elders were very concerned before I had my first child. They kept telling me, feeding me stories, videos of how dogs attack children and all that. But I'm not a believer of that, because I feel like, sure, when accidents happen, right, it's usually the owner and the mother's fault, because you are supposed to look out for signs. You're not supposed to force them to be together. You're supposed to make sure both are comfortable with each other. Children are very rough, so accidents might happen. So you have to take the precautionary measure, especially when he's so big, you know. But he's fine. We train him accordingly. You don't have to choose between children or dogs. They can coexist together.
And just now Jen was sharing her story about how Midnight actually takes care of her baby by giving his space up when the baby sleeps and sleeps in the other bed.
Correct. They actually exchange beds in the middle of the night, because the younger one just slowly migrated to his bed, and he realized there's no space to sleep anymore. So when he got up, he realized he couldn't lie down anymore, or else he would crush the child. So in the end, he decided to sleep on the baby's mattress.
It really amazes me, because Jen is not only managing her online business Perfections, adventuring into eyelashes, she's also a math teacher.
Yes. I love mathematics, and I've been teaching math for definitely more than 10 years. I am just very passionate about this subject.
Not only that, she's currently pregnant with a third baby.
I was thinking like, how many not only that are there? Do I really do so much?
So how do you juggle with like being a mom of 4, having your own business, having your own job?
I don't really set very hard goals for myself. So I'm not sure whether this is like the correct lifestyle advice for everybody, but for me, I always put my mental health first.
That's
as
so
priority.
important.
So I'm willing to give up on. I'm actually a risk taker. I'm willing to just like let everything go. For example, if I have separation anxiety with my kids, then if I don't want to settle for that, then I'll try to change the circumstance around me. Yeah. So right now I teach from home only, and of course I have the support of my husband. Really, he is a lot of help. I don't think a lot of people have the luxury to say this, but he is a very hands-on daddy. So I don't think all these are possible if not for his support.
And speaking of which, he is also called the confinement daddy.
Yes, he's known as the confinement daddy because during my confinement, we don't have confinement nannies because of many reasons. Also, you say I'm very sweet and thoughtful. I think during confinement, I'm totally a different kind of person. So to avoid conflicts or like police cases.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah, so we thought maybe a confinement nanny is not very suitable. I don't want to end up asking someone to get out of my house. Like, you don't get to tell me what to do in my house. I'm not an easy person, Yan. Not easy to live with. So he decided to do everything for me. So he showers the newborn.
Oh.
He changed the diaper. He basically does everything. All I needed was to breastfeed, that's all, because that's the only thing he doesn't have. The first time I actually got all the metapartum herbs.
Yeah, I remember.
You. Yeah, and it was so easy. I had a simple pressure cooker back then. I just needed to throw. I'm not very particular about
what pots to use. You have to use a clay pot.
Or what pre-preparation. I just threw everything into the pot. Actually, very much like what you saw just now. So everything just throw in, and half an hour later, I've got my confinement soup ready, and I'm just like a rice and soup person, so it really suits me as well. Yeah, and it's like a whole big pot. You can have it for lunch and dinner.
Yes.
And the family can have it as well. So
it's convenient, conveniently
breeze.
packed into individually portion for everyday consumption.
And I'm not worried that I'm not getting enough nutrients because of all these very soup that are very rich in herbs. Yeah, so Breeze, I never had a nanny, and I think I'm very happy to meet her because
Me too.
I am a great believer of TCM, and I think I heal well. Yeah, I don't feel like I also followed the rules, of course, the fan.
Confinement.
I did shower. I think under Yen's recommendation, I also did shower, and I feel good. Like, we have to feel clean, and
it's important.
we have to feel good in general. Yeah.
So during confinement, there are three aspects that we will want to focus on. One will be the physical recovery. That's, of course, after the childbirth, your whole body will be like so depleted of your blood, so wrecked, so sore. That's where we advocate massages.
I almost forgot about it. That is like the best part of confinement. I almost
there's
forgot
so much
about
needed.
it. Yes. And because during massage, it's really where you don't have to. You can just be on your own and relax.
On your own
You know?
time, self-love, self-care.
Yes, the massage was very good.
So physical aspects being one of the confinement focus. The other part will be dietary, which we have covered for TCM herbs in recovery and all. And lastly will be the mental emotions.
Yeah, the massage also contributed to
Definitely.
the mental health for sure, because your therapists are also they're very
Trained to
experienced.
listen.
Yeah, they listen. They will share with us. They are not the kind who would go to you and tell you, hey, you know, you should do this and do that. No, they would just share with you things like, you know, there's this mommy who does this, and you get to hear a lot from them because they have encountered so many mummies before. So sometimes when talking to them, chit-chatting, you get to learn stuff as well. Yeah.
Any tips or words of encouragement for the mothers out there who are listening in to help them to support and journey them along?
I guess for me, okay, of course, I'm not discounting the fact that postpartum blues are real. It's the hormones, all that. For me, I feel like managing our own expectation is very important. Firstly, I do also notice that mothers tend to I'm not saying that, I'm not condemning that, but tend to complain a lot. So complain about waking up at night, having to pump milk or to feed, or I feel like we have to manage expectation and know that these are the things that come with
Exactly.
a newborn.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like you give birth and you put it aside. No, not that. So the basic thing are still, you won't get to sleep well. You need to know that. You need to prepare yourself for that. You won't get to sleep well, but that's just temporary. It's a must to do because they're just such tiny human beings that you have to be there.
That's so right.
24/7. So managing own expectation is very important. And of course, if you need help, you ask for help. Don't keep quiet. Don't try to manage it on your own. Try to get someone to listen to you. Try to get more help. Of course, if things get serious, you would have to. There are always helplines that mothers can call to seek help.
So thankful and grateful to have you to host us in your place.
I'm very thankful to have you over. I actually love to host people, and then today you're bringing soup, so I'm very excited for the soup. Thank you for having me on this show. I really, really enjoy the whole filming process together. And from the moment I see you at my door, I'm very happy already.
Yeah, so sweet. Watch out for our next episode and stay tuned till then.
Bye.